Word problems. A playing card is 5 centimeters wide and 10 centimeters tall. What is its area? The card is a rectangle. It is 5 centimeters wide and 10 centimeters tall. We have to find the area of this rectangle. Let us use the formula. Area of a rectangle is length into breadth. We know that the length is 5 centimeters. Let's put that value in. We know that the breadth is 10 centimeters. Let's put that value in. We multiply them and get the area. The area of the card is 50 square centimeters. A classroom has a length of 32 meters and a width of 28 meters. What is the area of the classroom? The classroom is a rectangle. It is 32 meters long and 28 meters wide. We have to find the area of this rectangle. Let us use the formula. Area of a rectangle is length into breadth. We know that the length is 32 meters. Let's put that value in. We know that the breadth is 28 meters. Let's put that value in. Then we multiply them and get the area. The area of the classroom is 896 square meters. Which playground is bigger? A rectangular one measuring 120 meters in length and 52 meters in breadth, or a square, one side of which is 110 meters. Let's look at the area of the first playground. The ground is a rectangle. It is 120 meters long and 52 meters wide. We have to find the area of this rectangle. Let's use the formula. Area of a rectangle is length into breadth. We put in the length, that is 120 meters, and breadth, that is 52 meters, and multiply to get the area. The area of the rectangular ground is 6,240 square meters. Now, let us consider the area of the square ground. It has a side of 110 meters. The area of the square ground is side into side. We put in the values, that is 110 meters into 110 meters, and find the area. The area of the square ground is 12,100 square meters. We have both the areas now. Which ground is bigger? The square playground is bigger. Find the expenses of painting a blackboard of length 10 meters and breadth 8 meters at the rate of rupees 42 per square meter. The blackboard is a rectangle. It is 10 meters long and 8 meters wide. We have to find the area of this rectangle. Let us use the formula. The area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Then we multiply them, that is 10 meters into 8 meters, and get the area. The area of the blackboard is 80 square meters. We have to find the cost of painting the board. Painting 1 square meter costs rupees 42. So, the cost of painting the board is the area of the board into rupees 42. We put in the values, that is 80 square meters into rupees 42, and get the answer. It costs rupees 3,360 to paint the board. The painting cost is rupees 3,360. The floor of a room is a square. It is divided into 24 squares. Each square has a side 2 meters long. Calculate the area of the floor. The area of the room is the area of 24 smaller squares. So, the area of one small square into 24. First, let us find the area of the smaller square. Let's use the formula. Area of a square is side into side. That is 2 meters into 2 meters. Then we multiply them and get the area. The area of the smaller square is 4 square meters. We have to find the area of the room. So, we put the area of the smaller square and then multiply it by 24. That is 24 into 4. We get 96 square meters. That is the area of the floor. So, the area of the floor is 96 square meters.
The length and breadth of a rectangular field are 150 meters and 125 meters. What is the perimeter of the field? Perimeter is equal to sum of all the sides is equal to 150 plus 125 plus 150 plus 125 is equal to 2 multiplied by 150 plus 2 multiplied by 125 is equal to 300 plus 250, which is equal to 550 meters. So, the perimeter of the field is 550 meters. The side of a square field is 28 meters. It has to be fenced by 3 rounds of wire. How much wire will be needed? The field is in the shape of a square. The wire will go around the edge of the square. That is the perimeter of the square. That is how much wire is needed in 1 round. For 3 rounds, we will need 3 times this wire. So, we multiply the perimeter by 3. Perimeter is equal to sum of all sides is equal to 28 meters plus 28 meters plus 28 meters plus 28 meters is equal to 4 multiplied by 28 meters is equal to 112 meters. That is 1 round of wire. We need 3 rounds of wire. 1 round of wire is equal to 112 meters. 3 rounds of wire is equal to 112 meters multiplied by 3 is equal to 336 meters. Therefore, 336 meters of wire will be needed for the field. Meena has a triangular piece of quilt having sides 15 centimeters, 20 centimeters and 22 centimeters. She wants to fix 4 rounds of a lace as border to the cloth. How much lace would she require? Let's draw a diagram to understand the sum properly. The triangular cloth would be like this. As Meena wants to fix a border, we will have to find the perimeter of cloth first. Perimeter is equal to sum of all sides is equal to 15 centimeters plus 20 centimeters plus 22 centimeters is equal to 57 centimeters. So, the length of the border needed for 1 round is 57 centimeters. Lace for 1 round is equal to 57 centimeters. 4 rounds of lace is equal to 57 centimeters multiplied by 4 is equal to 228 centimeters. Therefore, Meena will require 228 centimeters of lace to border the cloth.
Problems based on quadrilaterals. So let us see how the questions will come from this topic, from this class. So let me explain you some problems and you can find the other sums also related along with this. So when you see, okay, one question I'll explain. Few problems you'll see based on these quadrilaterals. So question is, in a parallelogram, in a parallelogram, ABCD, if angle A is equals to 115 degrees, then find other angles. So that means angle B, C and D. Other angles we need to find out. So if you take the parallelogram, we should know properties of the parallelograms. What are the question we are asking? We should know the properties of the particular quadrilateral. If the question is about parallelogram, right? So we should know the properties of parallelogram. So if you in any two lines are parallel here, so A, B, C, D. AB is parallel to CD. So these two are parallel, and other two sides, opposite sides are parallel and equal. Then according to the rule, sum of the angles, sum of the adjacent angles is 180 degrees. That means angle A plus angle D. Both are 180 degrees. So angle A is 115 degrees is given. Now angle B. Sum of the adjacent angles. Angle A and D is adjacent and AB also adjacent. So if we take AB is X, we can find out. So according to this property, angle A plus angle B is equals to 180 degrees because co-interior angles. So always sum of the adjacent angles, co-interior angles. Angle A is 115 degree plus angle B I took as X. So 180 degrees. Then X is equals to 180 minus 115. So 180 minus 115 is 65. Angle X is 65. That means angle B is 65. Therefore, angle B is equals to 65 degrees. And since the opposite angles of parallelogram are equal, and there is also property. So in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So angle A is opposite to angle C. That means angle A is equals to angle C. Angle A is 115 degree. So angle C also 115. And angle B is equals to angle D. But angle B we got 65 degree. Therefore angle D also 65 degrees. So this way. So we should know some properties. Then we can find out the problems easily. So let me show you one more sum. Okay. This is about, okay, I'll take one question about rectangle. So in a rectangle, let me draw the rectangle. In a rectangle, so immediately you should know the properties of rectangle. So rectangle is opposite sides are equal and opposite, every angle is also 90 degrees and two diagonals. So diagonal, two diagonals. Okay, let me write the question first. ABCD is a rectangle and diagonals are intersected to angle OAB. This angle is 32 degrees. Then find out angle ACB. Then find from the adjoining figure, find angle ACB. ACB we need to find out, and angle OBC. OBC. These two angles we need to find out. So let's take angle ACB. So ACB is here. This is, I'm taking X. So when you do this first part, sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees and angle B is, the total angle B is 90 degrees because every angle in a rectangle is 90. So this is 90. Now from triangle, so what you can take from triangle ABC, so 32 degrees angle BAC plus 90 degrees plus angle, what you have to find out, that is ACB, I took X. Okay. Let angle ACB is equals to X. X means that is 180 degrees. Sum of the three angles in a triangle is 180 degree. Then we can You can find out x value easily. 32 plus 90, that is 122, plus x is equals to 180. Then x is equals to 180 minus 122. That's 58 degree. So angle x is 58. So x is your angle ACB, that is equals to 58 degree. That's it. And one more is angle OBC. OBC. Only this part I need to find out separately. This angle is taken as y. So we know that OA is equals to OB. Okay, these two sides are same. So whenever two sides are equal in triangle, it's the isosceles triangle, then opposite angles also equal, right? From triangle AOB, so observe here, AOB, OA is equals to OB. Then this angle, if it is 32, and this angle also should be 32. Then we can write this is also 32 degrees. Then total angle is 90. So y plus 32 is equal to 90. So to prove second one, y plus 32 is equals to 90 degrees. Then y is equals to 90 minus 32. 90 minus 32 is again 58. This 58 you can write. That is angle OBC. OBC is equals to 58 degree. There are many ways you can prove. Even if you take from triangle OCB and this OC is equals to OB, then opposite angles are equal. So x is equal to y. Also we can do. So you should know the properties to prove the particular angle which is asked, right? And see one more sum. So in the adjoint figure, okay, ABC is a rhombus. I'll take one rhombus diagram. ABCD. ABCD is the rhombus and BD is the diagonal. B to D. BD is diagonal. Angle A is given. So angle A is equals to 70 degree. So from adjoint figure, ABCD is rhombus if angle A is equals to 70 degree, right? Find angle CDB. Find angle CDB. So CDB is this angle. So take some letter X. We know that angle C is equals to A because in rhombus opposite angles are equal. So there is a property, that is angle A is equals to angle C because opposite angles in a rhombus they are equal. Then we can say that is equals to 70 degrees. Therefore angle C also 70 degree. Then okay, if you take this as 70 opposite angles. Now observe from triangle BDC, BC is equals to CD because whenever these two sides are equal, then opposite angles also equal. So this also should be X. That is CBD. Angle CBD is equals to angle CDP. These both are equal, I put as X. That's it. Now from the same triangle, sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. Now using that concept, x plus 70 is equals to 180 degrees. X plus x is 2x is equals to 180 minus 70. So 2x is equals to 110. Then you can find out x value is 110 divided by 2. X is equals to 55 degrees. So x is nothing but angle CDB. Therefore, angle CDB is 55 degree. Yes. So only we need to apply the properties. And we'll see one word problem. solve this in quadrilateral, four problems will come. Let me show you. So write the question. The length of the diagonals in quadrilateral one word problem. The length of the diagonals of a rhombus are 24 centimeters and 18 centimeters respectively. Then you need to find the length of each side of the rhombus. Okay, so this is the given question. So it's very simple. The length of the diagonals of rhombus are given, that is 24 and 18. We need to find out the length of each side of the rhombus. So if we observe the rhombus properties, every side is equal, right? So this is the rhombus. So they have given diagonals, taking letter vertex A, B, C, D, and two diagonals. Length of the diagonals are given B, D. So B to D is 24 and AC is 18, and they were intersected O. So if you observe the properties of rhombus, diagonals in the rhombus are, they bisect each other at right angles. That means angle DOC is 90 degrees, and they will bisect also. In this question, BD is equals to 24 centimeters. This is given, and AC is equals to 18 centimeters. BD is nothing but BO plus OD, right? So O to D distance is half of the BD, because O is the midpoint of total diagonal. O is the center point because they intersect in rhombus. Diagonals are intersecting each other. So half of BD is 24, 2 ones are 2 12s, so 12 centimeters. Then OD is equals to 12 centimeters, and AC is 18. Then OC is equals to half of the AC, because O is the midpoint for AC also. Then OC is half into 18. 1 by 2 into 18 is 9. So 9 centimeters is OC. Now if you measure and keep the values here, OD is 12 centimeters and OC is 9 centimeters. Let CD is X. Now this is a right angle triangle. If you apply the Pythagoras theorem, so the length of each side of the rhombus is X, and right angle triangle, so this from OCD triangle, according to the Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is X square is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides, that is 12 square plus 9 square. This is by Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagorean theorem from triangle OCD, because OCD is the hypotenuse. This you have to simplify to get the value of X. 12 square 144 plus 9 square is 81. 144 plus 81 is 225 is the value of X square. Then X is equal to square root of 225. Square root of 225 is 15 centimeters. Hence, yes, X is equal to side of the rhombus. So every side is equal in the rhombus. Therefore, the length of each side of the rhombus is equals to is 15 centimeters. So this is the one. Therefore, CD. Now every side is same. This is 15 centimeters, and this also 15. BC is 15 because of x is equals to 15 centimeters. So every side in the rhombus is equal. Yes. So this way we can solve the numerical problems. Only we should know the properties thoroughly. So like previous topics what I explained. So each and everything like parallelogram, rhombus, square, rectangle, kite, trapezium. These all the properties if you know. Then problems are easily we can solve. So any type of questions that is coming, we can do these word problems.